does it mean, Paul?
I don't know. What does it mean? What does it mean, Mandie? That's why I always think about this whole, you know how the whole UFO thing at the moment and they're releasing all the files and I'm like.
Paul, you're talking to an expert.
Right.
Because I have seen one.
Right. Well,
I've spent time with one.
I, as you would remember, I organised a little get-together at the park when I was in primary school.
I forgot.
Everyone to lie in a circle and
but mine, I actually saw one.
You saw one. We waited for one. While we were waiting, it was at your place. But I said to my son the other day, I said, yeah, but like, what if it's true and we see all the evidence? Like, what difference is it going to make? Everyone's going to go, oh, they're real, and you get on with your normal.
You don't think they'd be like?
Get on with your normal day. Like, you're not going to stop doing what you're doing because. So
you don't think that the whole world wouldn't go a little bit nuts? Like now, what are they going to do? Are they going to come in and take over Earth? You don't think that people would start panicking? I don't think I would, but I just wonder if the Earth would go nuts. Well,
there's pretty strong evidence that there's something there.
Of course.
But what I'm saying is it hasn't made like.
You know, there's conspiracies at the moment.
Oh, God.
About next year. It's all going down.
I've heard that so many times, though. People
I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying there's a lot of people. Just online, I see a lot of people talking about it's going to start this year and then next year they're here.
But I think for it to make a difference, they need to just be, the sky needs to be full of them and they're just sitting there up in the sky and no one knows what they're going to do.
That'd be awesome.
That would be like, then everyone would go.
Yeah.
Terrifying. But otherwise, if it just keeps on people now, because people don't know it's AI generated stuff.
That's the thing.
Everyone just goes, oh, that's AI, you know.
But that's the conspiracy. That's what everyone's saying is like they're going to come. Mm. And then world governments are going to like show you stuff and make it look like they're bad and they're here and they're going to do all this hologram shit and AI shit and really they're just coming to say, hey, we're here too.
Hey guys.
But I don't know. That means they're obviously on their way and they already know they're coming or something for what I'm saying to be true. I don't know, but that's what they're.
There's so many.
Oh, there's so many. I love it.
You can go down a massive
it.
rabbit hole with it and I don't take any of it too seriously, but it's
fun to watch.
Yeah, it is fun.
Even I love the X-Files. We loved it.
Love the X-Files.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking stories and novels and movies and stuff from ages ago that somewhat predicted all the AI stuff we're watching at the moment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Not watching, you know what I mean?
Because there's a conspiracy around that as well. It's because AI's been around for a really long time. They've been using it. That's the conspiracy, is that governments have been using it for ages and it's just coming to us now. Mm. I'm not saying that's true.
Crazy. Yeah. It's crazy to think about.
Oh, don't do it. It hurts your brain, mate.
It's real. But even the AI, remember
Nothing
AI?
Is real. Don't start that. Don't start we all live in the Matrix. And then some dude lives in Bali telling everyone how to live their life and get out of the Matrix.
Why is he in Bali?
I don't know. You get those dickheads on Insta and stuff talking about, hey, man, you got to escape the Matrix. And they're dickheads. Anyway, so, hi, Mandie. Welcome.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Yeah, good. So, another ep of PMX Bandits.
Another ep. Welcome back. Welcome back.
For those who don't know, Mandie and I have been mates for, 30 plus years? And
a very long time.
We said, let's do something really rare that no one else is doing and start a podcast and talk about Gen X.
Yeah, because no one's done that ever.
No, never. So we're the first and welcome. And so we just talk about all things Gen X.
Welcome to all the aliens.
Talk about aliens. Not really. That was the first
time. There's aliens here if you think about it. Like, look at it. I was looking at a box jelly. I had to do first aid yesterday. And I was
box jellyfish?
No, I was just looking at a photo of a box jellyfish because I had to learn, you need to tip vinegar on the wounds.
Can on the wound? Does it work?
Well, the lady yesterday said that you can, but the last time I did it, they said that you can't do that anymore. You've got to use vinegar. But anyway, my point is I was looking at a picture of a box jellyfish and I was like, if that's not an alien, I don't know what is an alien. Do you know what I mean? They're already here. It's just that we're saying, that's a jellyfish. But if you saw that for the first time, you'd be like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess if you saw anything for
And I think
the
aliens
first
would
time.
look at us for the first time and go, oh, these guys are fucking morons.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Paul,
Anyway,
Paul. Grumpy dads.
Grumpy dads.
You said you wanted to bring up grumpy dads. Why? Do you do you relate?
Well, just when you're younger, you go to there was a couple of friends' houses you're afraid to go to because
I think that was
that had the grumpy. Well, your dad was grumpy from Monday to Thursday, and then he had a day off Friday because it was the weekend.
Yeah.
He'd always be happy on the Friday.
And what did we call him on Fridays? He had a name.
Oh, I didn't. I wouldn't be brave enough to call him anything, mate. Except for Dave. Do you want a beer? Or
True.
God, we used to drink a lot of his beer too. When I think about it,
He was generous. Like
He was
I
very
think
generous.
back to our Friday nights every week at my house and the generosity of my parents.
I know.
To have us
I don't know
there.
how they.
I don't know how
I
they
think
did
about it now, and I
Paul,
think
we've
I could not
discussed
do
it. I couldn't. When my son asked me, "Can I?" I'm like, "Oh,
So this is just to
sorry." That's
people
true.
won't know what we're talking about.
Yes.
But Mandy, your house on a Friday night.
When we were teenagers, into up to about our mid-20s,
Yes.
we would drink at our house or party every Friday night.
Friday night.
Often, sometimes Saturdays.
Yes.
At my parents' house.
Yes. But your parents would also always go out with their friends.
Yes.
And then come back and play
they'd
music,
dance with
and
us.
we'd all dance and have a great night.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
some of the best memories ever, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hanging out at the Coomies.
But it went on for years.
Yes.
And I don't know how they did it.
yeah,
Because
and
I'm telling you, when my youngest asked me, I literally go, oh, when he asked once.
Mate, I would have had enough of just having people in my house.
Same.
Like I would have just lost it. But they were just like, yeah, I pretty much lived at your place.
Yeah, because it wasn't even just the Friday night drinking.
Nah,
Every
all
other night of the
weekend,
week,
mate.
people were just coming over.
Yeah. Eating all your bread,
And I wonder if it's-
Vegemite. I ate all your Vegemite. I used to-
I wonder if it's because it was 3 daughters and they thought it was just safer for them to have all their friends here.
I'd say so, yeah.
Because the 3 of us, most of our friends were guys.
Yeah. Yeah, some funny stories. Anyway,
But the dancing was the best.
the dancing was the best. The music was the best. Always,
Yeah.
The music was always pumping. You had your, all your
And everyone
go-to
had
songs.
their signature songs as
Yes,
well. Like
yeah,
we won't because it's so personal and boring to everyone else.
yeah.
But everybody had a certain song would come on and everyone would be like, "Where's Paul? Paul, your songs!" And everyone would give it to Paul. Paul's song.
What were your guys' songs?
I had a few.
I don't know.
I had a few. It'd be more like yours was always like something off Fred's, like Little Green Bag, wasn't that your song?
Yeah, I love that song, yeah.
So it'd be like, Paul,
Yeah.
where's Paul? And if he wasn't there, someone would go looking for him because his song was on. Yeah, it was super fun.
What was the Queen song? Whose song was that?
That was me. Don't
Yeah.
Stop Me Now. It's
Yeah,
our
Don't
song.
Stop Me Now, yeah.
And any Madonna was me.
Yeah.
And
Your dad loved the Midnight Oil. He put Midnight Oil on. Yeah.
And he'd do that dance. Remember his dance? It was
Get him on a
so
Friday or Saturday, mate. He's loose. Any other day,
loose.
don't want to make eye contact.
Yeah, that is really true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
grumpy dad. So everyone had their, the dad had their rules. Like I remember sitting in if dad was coming home from work, he'd pull up in the driveway and I was sitting in his chair in the lounge room. Mum would come in and go, point and go, out of your dad's chair, because he's coming home. I'm like, okay. And then
I remember that of the TV. Like if Dad was getting
he'd
home.
grab the remote.
Well, we just knew. Well, that's it. Now we don't have the TV because
Yeah.
Dad's
Yeah.
home. He's in
Yeah.
charge. My dad had his own food.
Oh, right.
We had the family cheese. Dad had his own cheese. And we're not allowed to touch it.
Right.
He had his own few things like that. And
Daddy cheese.
and yeah.
Had the daddy cheese.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And I know my sisters are thinking about saying it. I won't say it.
Okay.
But there's one
Water?
of those stories. Yes, I knew you were thinking that. That's why I said it. I knew you'd know that story. Did you ever have that with your
I
kids?
did something
But
to
did
my
you have some things that you
to
were
Indiana.
What?
And, it is one of those things where you're joking, but you get distracted and you forget to tell them that you were joking and you just leave it. So she was around Indiana, was watching TV with a friend, with a cousin, and there was a fan on in the corner. I bought a new stand-up fan things many, many, many years ago. Anyway, I had a little remote to it. I walked into the lounge room and watched it, and he goes, "Oh, you bought a new fan?" I go, "Yeah, it's you can clap and it will turn it off and on." And she's like, "Oh, cool." I go clap. And then she clapped, and then I had the remote in my hand, and I clicked it and turned the fan on. And then, anyway,
how old was Indiana?
They're in high school. Anyway, she wasn't with her cousin at that time. It was just Indiana. And then, anyway, I got distracted and walked off and just forgot about it. So anyway, a couple of days later, she was in the lounge room with her cousin, and she's in the lounge room just clapping. And I'm going, what are you doing in here? She goes, I can't turn the fan on. I'm like, I said, and I remembered, I said, So I just started laughing, and then I told her, and then she was.
But that's not the same. That's just you being funny. That's not like, don't touch my cheese.
Yeah, but he's.
Did you have any of those where you had, like.
I have to hide stuff.
I remember exactly. I remember my grandparents, like, they had some kind of chocolate for us, but my grandmother had her own special chocolate, and you weren't she was very generous and shared, but you weren't allowed to touch it without her. Oh, sorry, there's a hair on my arm. Without you asking. Yeah. Because I think adults do that. Do your parents do that? Have I
can't think.
Yeah, you can't. You didn't go to. Like, I had friends that just come over to my house and go to my fridge. I would never go into someone's house and just go into their fridge and grab something to eat. Like, I just would never do it.
No.
I still wouldn't do it.
Same.
But I had friends that just come over and just open your fridge and then start making a sandwich and stuff, and you go, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I didn't care. I don't know if I cared, but it was like,
I kind of like that they must have felt comfortable with you and your family.
Oh, yeah, and that's great. But it's like, but then I'm thinking, did Mum buy enough ham for everyone for the week? And
can we talk about the irony here that you've just told us that you ate all our Vegemite?
Yeah, I know.
So you used to do it.
Yeah, but that was Vegemite. I'm talking about Vegemite you can share.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about things that I know that my parents bought for the week.
Yeah, I know what
for the four of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I still didn't care. But I was calculating that in my head, going, okay, yeah, I didn't care. But it was more about worried about what Mum and Dad would think.
So you didn't have any.
Have any what?
From your kids, you didn't have. This is mine. Don't touch it. As a dad.
Oh yeah, I still say don't touch my. Like, I'll come out and they're eating like my cottage cheese, right?
Cheese. What's with dads and cheese?
The cottage cheese is like that's my cottage cheese. I bought that, and what like things like your protein shakes and stuff like that, and they just have them for the sake of having one. You go, you don't even have them on a regular basis. Don't waste. It's a waste if you just have it one off.
So my one is blueberries, because my youngest, when I would go to bed, he'd go into the freezer and finish the bag of blueberries, and then I'd get up in the morning for my smoothie and just be frustrated. I wouldn't. So it's not that he can have it. I don't care, but you've got to let me know before. You've got to leave me enough for my smoothie.
You don't have to smash everything.
Yeah.
You don't, just because it's there, you don't have to finish it.
Yes.
Why do they have to finish it?
Yes.
It's like, and then they don't finish it in the bowl and it's in the sink and you think, you didn't even fucking eat all of it. Now I've got none.
True.
You know what I mean? Anyway, that's pissed off Paulie. There's a little bit of pissed off Paulie.
Pissed off Paulie, but you know what? It fits in with angry dads, or what was it called? Grumpy dads.
Grumpy dads.
You're being a grumpy dad
grumpy.
right now.
I was a grumpy dad then.
What other rules did they have? Rules? I can't blame that all on my dad.
My dad used to get grumpy.
My
dad get grumpy. I remember going camping and we'd have the extended mirrors on the Chrysler. These you put so you could see because we'd have a Jayco caravan on the back, right? And so Mum would have to stand there and do the mirrors, at 5 a.m. before we head off to Wilson's prom, and he'd go a little bit right, too much. No, a bit more, a bit less. And I remember sitting in the back seat, get anxiety, thinking they're going to have this big argument. Yeah. But it was just like so tense the whole time. And she'd just be rolling her eyes. Mum would roll her eyes the whole time at us while she's doing it. And then Dad would be saying, don't roll your eyes at the kids. And we're like, oh, fuck, can we? And then he'd drive, like we'd be driving for an hour and we'd be vomiting, within an hour because, I don't know, he was just an aggressive driver. I realised later, every year we'd have to have a little ice cream container and Cool Mints. I think they were called Cool Mints because we'd vomit, get car sick, both Julian and I, every year going to Wilson's prom for Easter and Christmas. Anyway, one year we went with my mum's friend that drove us because Dad couldn't go for some reason. Not sick at all. And then I realised it's the way Dad's bloody driving, like, you know, taking corners and
Really?
just his driving was so.
Was it his driving to get to the holiday destination, or he always drove like that?
It was always, and he'd always talk about the time that he made, you know, from our house to Wilson's prom. You know, well, that's the best time yet. You know, sort of things.
But I mean, day to day, did you feel he was that kind of driver?
Yeah, he's very, you know,
impatient.
Yeah, you know. So
trying to find the quickest way.
Yeah, and just always up someone's bum if they weren't doing the right speed limit. You know, a bit aggressive. You know, so anyway, I can just hear my wife and my daughter right now saying,
"You do that too." I was going to say, didn't Emmy bring that up in the?
Yeah, she did, but I'm not.
Emmy
like
is Paul's daughter, and she was a guest on the show once. But I feel like she brought that up with you.
She did, yeah, but I'm not like that.
Are you not like that now, as of today?
As of right now.
Yeah. I remember our family before we went anywhere. There would just be all this chaos, a little bit like all what you just said, the scenario, but everyone's just like, where's my jumper? Where's the We'd all be flustered and yelling. By the time we got in the car, no one was talking to each other.
Yeah.
And we'd just drive off to wherever we were going in a really bad mood with this tense energy in the car.
Everyone would have had headphone Walkmans then, wouldn't they? Everyone, instead of just looking at your phone, everyone just would have put their Walkmans on and no one would have I don't
remember.
That, you know, instead of everyone looking at their phone.
PMX Bandits.
Paul, you were going to talk to me about, you said something about.
What did I say, Mandie, about?
Look at me thinking. I shut my eyes. I'm not here. I've gone
where
somewhere.
Has she gone?
Here I am, guys.
Oh, she's back. Thank God.
You said something about, I was talking about Converse, and you said, do you remember the imitation Converse?
Yeah, because someone mentioned.
And you said a name of them, and I've never heard of them.
No, I can't remember the name. Sunshine. I can't remember what they were called, but they were something
you were
Star.
like, I said something about Converse, and you were like, do you remember there was that rip-off version of Converse? Remember in the 80s there was always a rip-off version of everything?
There was a rip-off version of everything.
I agree, but I forgot about that, but I've never known the Converse
There was
rip-off
Converse.
version.
Someone will,
Did it have the little Converse symbol with a different word?
Yes.
So it looked exactly the same.
Yeah, it had the writing around the outside and then a different symbol on the inside. Someone mentioned it the other night and I was like, oh, I remember those. Yeah.
You didn't have them. I thought you were telling me you had some.
But no. But I had, and it made me think of some other stuff.
Go on.
But do you remember Aerosport? They were shoes that they were like trying to be like Reebok and stuff, but you get them from Target or Kmart, and they were called Aerosport. And like you had them.
Were they Velcro?
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they would have had Velcro versions of them. But you know, if you had them when you get picked on at school, you know the stuff that you'd sort of get picked on at school for because.
Well, in my high school, all the girls were wearing one type of. We had to wear a uniform, but one type of shoe. They were called T-bars.
Yeah.
And they were quite expensive. And then there was this rip-off version called that Barter Blues made or something, and I had to wear those.
Oh, right.
Me and one other girl had the cheaper version and everybody else had the T-bars. And it was exactly,
Did you find it hard to make friends?
I didn't have it. I just that one girl. No, not really.
Yeah, we just hung out.
You know, like when you're young, a teenager, you just want to fit in. And when you had to wear the cheap, shitty ones.
And kids are nasty.
It doesn't matter now. I couldn't give a shit.
Who
but
cares?
at the time, it was a really big deal.
Oh, it's a huge deal. Yeah. I had the Dunlop KT 26s. Remember them?
No.
God, they were
what
big,
did they look like?
Chunky runner, and the sole of them would just be pretty much spikes. Just horrible if you stepped in dog shit. But it was, they were just, I remember having to wear them and didn't want to wear them. Mum would get them. You get them from Kmart or Target and
the mainly shoes you can think
shoes,
of.
and BMXs like and skateboards as well.
Yeah, so skateboards. What about a shit skateboard?
Well, everyone had a reflex, right? A reflex skateboard.
Those little ones that look like a fish.
No. These are the reflex, the wider ones. They were like the cool ones. Still budget sort of skateboard, I guess, but it was like the cool one to get, the reflex. And then my brother and I got my parents got us Redstone, which were just like
they were shit ones,
heavier and thicker, and just.
And the heaviness makes such a difference with a skateboard. doesn't it? Because I'm a skater.
Yeah, and they'd come with the pads on them and stuff, and
with pads on them. What do you mean?
With the side rails and stuff. I can't remember what they're called. But
you've just made me remember that this guy made me a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made it for himself, but then he gave it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks
pretty
for that.
cool. Yeah, good one.
Wow.
Did
Did
I
you
say
use
his
it?
name? I did use it.
Yeah.
My friends lived on Grout Street in Hampton, and their street was a really steep hill, so we would just skate down that hill into a busy street
Intersection.
at the bottom. Yeah, we just tried.
Oh, yeah, cool.
We just tried to turn
Yeah.
before then, and I wasn't a super great skater, so yeah, but it was quite thrilling to
Yeah.
go down that hill. But I never skated on a half pipe or anything.
No.
Did you?
No, but I used to
Street skate?
Street skate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really good street skater.
Right,
I was a
yeah,
really
I
good
was a
street skater.
street
I did a
skater.
kickflip, ollie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do any of that.
So the BMX as well. So my brother had a red line BMX, which was a really good BMX, and I had a cross rider, which was just pretty standard.
Why did he get a good one? You didn't. I mean, he's still
do you know what?
riding
I'm starting
BMX
to
as your
realise
brother.
it comes down to the weight of things. Like my cross rider was so bloody heavy,
Yeah.
but he had this light chrome.
But why did he get a good one and you got?
Oh, mate, freaking golden child. Got everything better than me.
Unpack.
Hope he's listening. Hope he's listening.
Yeah, golden child.
Nah, he's just sulky if he didn't get what he wanted. That's probably why. I'm joking.
No, but we're eldest children.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Paul.
Younger kids always get
Yeah,
siblings.
because they don't get. They don't never stop asking.
Nah, they just kept going
They
and going
keep
and going.
going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, really quick. Beta bullets?
Beta
Is
bullets.
that the Converse?
No, they were
Star.
something Star. Someone
Oh.
said it the other night, and they said the name, and straight away I went, "Oh, yes, I remember them."
Well, the Chuck Taylor All Star.
No, not
No, that's real Converse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a pair of those. I wear them every day to work.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the BMX as well, and the other thing too that I remember, because you get your summer hits '85 album, like they exactly there, right? And I remember
Look at me. I'm Delvine Delaney.
I got that one.
That's
year.
very 80s, Delvine Delaney.
Sail of the Century.
Yeah.
Sail of the Century. And yeah, so I got the vinyl, and my brother got this case with a whole lot of cassettes in it, and it would have all these artists, all the top songs of, from 1980 to 85, but they just weren't quite right. Like they're actually not the artists, but it was the songs.
So someone's covered them.
They're just covers, but it sounded pretty close. But was it remember Dino Records or whatever it was called?
No.
Out on Dino Records. Didn't know.
No.
Anyway, yeah. So I remember him getting that, but it'd come in like a book, and it'd just be full of tapes. Yeah. And it'd just be imitation.
Did it sound as good?
No, it's a no. No. Like, because
Well,
I
you know
remember mum and
what?
dad were playing
You
it.
know what? Were you like, because you might have got the good bike,
Well-
but you got the shit music.
Well, because I had Grease on tape, right? And then he had that, and he thought, oh, look how many I got, sort of thing. And then when they were playing it in the car, mum and dad were playing it in the car, I was like, that doesn't sound right. And then I remember mum looking at me going, because to say,
Shaking your head.
Eldest child high five on that one.
don't.
won.
He doesn't know.
And he
So don't
doesn't
say
know, and he
anything.
just found out right now.
Yeah.
Hello, Julie.
Julian's just found out.
They weren't real.
Yeah.
They weren't the real ones.
They weren't the real tapes, mate.
What about clothes, though? Because it was big in clothes,
Oh yeah.
like the imitation version of
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Especially the all those surf,
Oh, that was,
when
yeah.
all the surf T-shirt brands came. not
Quicksilver,
T-shirt, all
Rip
of it,
Curl,
when that all came
Billabong,
out.
that was all.
What was the rip-off ones for that?
There
Hang
would've-
10 or something?
Hang 10.
Hang 10 with the hand
Yeah,
print.
but at one
that
time-
just came to me, guys.
Yeah.
Hang 10.
Hang 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at one time that would have been popular.
Yes. But I just mean it wasn't
No. Yeah.
that you'd find Hang 10 at maybe a Target or a
Mandie.
Kmart. Paul, what?
I've just remembered
What did you remember, Paul?
those thermal T-shirts that you used to remember.
I never
put your
had
hand on, and
one.
it'd leave your hand print. It'd leave the heat mark of your hand on them.
Yes, but that came in for 5 seconds, didn't it?
Thermal.
Yeah,
What were
that
they?
wasn't the 80s though, was it? Wasn't that like not that long ago, like 10 years ago?
No.
Oh, Paul, no.
Come on. Google it. Thermal T-shirts. Are they called thermals?
Yeah, I think you're right. Because the thermal heat is
Yeah.
what makes the print. I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
That's what makes the
Yeah.
print.
Wouldn't you get all like marks under your arms and stuff? 80s. Anyway.
Oh, Paul.
I don't know. Sorry, I just sort of
remember
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think with clothes, it was a big thing, the rip-offs.
Yeah, there was. It was.
I keep thinking of Cherry Lane. Do you remember that store? It was it was aimed at women, young women.
Yeah, Cherry Lane, yeah.
I loved that store. There was on Hampton Street, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there was rip-offs of that store because that was very popular back then.
Yeah.
Was it just Australian? Must have been.
I feel like all the rip-offs were like just come from Target and Kmart.
Yeah, same. PMX Bandits. I've got a new segment. I made it up in the car on the way tonight.
On the way here
tonight.
Cool.
So I don't know if it'll work.
Okay.
But I think it might be nice, you know, this could be someone's first time listening to our podcast and maybe they would like to get to know Paul a little bit deeper.
No.
So it's going to be called 5 Deep.
Oh. Dive deep?
That's like your one last time with Eat Carpet. It's a little bit of an innuendo.
Is it dive deep or?
No, Paul, 5 deep.
Five.
Because I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Oh, yes.
Where we're going to get to know you a little bit deeper.
Oh, do the viewers want to really listen to that? Anyway, okay, I'll play.
Well,
let's play.
Maybe they don't, but we're going to try and we can edit it out. If it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not really super personal. It's a bit more philosophical.
All right.
Okay? And you and I love a bit of philosophily.
Sure. Philosophy.
Philosophily. Philosophily. I'm so philosophily.
Yes.
Okay, Paul.
Feeling me softly.
Get off paper. Paul.
Yes.
What's your favourite thing about our friendship? And if you can't think of anything specific to you and I, our friendship group that's been friends for a really long time. Because a lot of you and I've discussed this before, a lot of people don't stay close to their high school friends.
No.
So what is your favourite thing about, you can just go general and say our group of friends.
I just think for me it's probably just nothing changes. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I don't see you for a couple of months or 3 months or whatever, or any of my close friends, like it's just, there's no awkwardness or you're just back to where you left.
Yeah, you just pick up where you left off. Yeah.
So there's no, and that's just from being friends for so long and being so comfortable with and know each other inside and out.
But I wonder why that's lasted for us, because I know that other friendship groups, people just say, oh, well, we're not in the same place. We don't have things in common anymore, or they were just my high school friends. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why? Yeah. It's a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to be a little bit forgiving of each other as well. Like, you know what I mean? You can't, if you take everything too seriously, it's sort of,
I mean, that's probably one thing about, that great is there's not a lot of seriousness, is there? Like we can have deep conversations, but it is about having fun together and just accepting where we are right then and there.
Yep. Yeah. So, I'd just say it's just super comfortable. Yeah. It's just, if you spend that much time with someone and had so many of those moments and memories and like spent so much, like how many weekends did we spend together? You know what I mean? As a group.
2.
You know, it's 2.
I thought you said true.
I thought you said true or 2.
I said 2.
Pretty sure it's more than 2.
2. So the next thing is, well, then this is a bit of a lead on. What do you think makes a good friend in general?
Makes a good friend?
Yeah. What are the qualities or?
Support. Someone who shows good support and checks in now and then. You know, that's, I mean, at our age, that's sort of all you really need. You don't need to see them every day. You know what I mean?
It's funny how that changes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you just now and then just, if you don't see them for a little bit. Like I've got a couple of friends that I just get the urge just to pick up the phone and give them a ring and say, how you going? You know, because I don't see them all the time, but I'm still keeping
connected
in touch
to
with
them.
Yeah. And then we'll talk on the phone for half an hour about, you know, catching up on stuff. And then don't speak to them again for another couple of months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and they're people that I'd still consider my closest friends.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what's really interesting about friendships as you get older. Like the people I consider my best friends, I may not see them for a couple of months, but they're still, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's what you need of a friendship changes and I mean, I've never really
It would
been.
be weird if you started hanging out together all the time and
Can
then
we?
having sleepovers and staying at each other's houses.
Maybe we should start Friday night at the
Start it
Coons.
again, yeah.
But maybe as we get older, now our kids are all grown up. Maybe
Yeah, we can
maybe
do it
it's
again.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
time.
What are you doing tonight? Do you want to crash at mine? Yeah,
you know
no worries.
But you know the funniest part? The Friday night would be finished by like 9:30.
Oh, yeah. I'd be, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
You and I'd have our 2 beers
Yeah,
and then be
yeah.
like, I'm getting a hangover. I'm going home.
I'm going
wait,
home.
Paul, little
Yeah.
green bag. Wait. And you're like, nah, guys,
Nah,
we got to
nah,
go.
I gotta
All go. songs
My
on.
back's
Yeah.
gone out. I
Yeah.
can't dance tonight.
I've got to be in bed by 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Good answer. What is your, I can't even remember these questions and I only literally wrote them down before. What is your favourite thing to do on your own? No. Well, if it's that, say
What,
it.
Mandie? What were you thinking? Come on.
You know what I was thinking?
Drawing.
Yes.
I
I was going to say watch Batman.
what do I like to listen to music, to be honest.
All by yourself?
By myself. I like to listen to music and then go down a bit of a rabbit hole, like discover new music. So I could spend
Nice.
hours doing that. Just put my headphones on and go, I'll find a song and then I'll go to similar songs, and then I like to find stuff that I haven't heard or discover. And it doesn't have to be new. It could be from the 70s or whatever, and then you find a band from, a funk band or whatever it is. Yeah, I like sort of doing that. That's what I enjoy doing.
Because
on my own time.
on the music thing, I think as we get older, some people stop looking for new music and they just keep listening to what they like. And
Yeah.
some people keep trying to discover new music.
Yeah.
Do you find that? Some people just have got the bands they like now
Yep.
and they just want to listen to
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do a
get
bit of
that.
both.
Yeah, I sort of like the bands that I've got, but I want to see other
Yeah.
bands that are similar with that style of music. But it can be new as well. you
Yeah.
know. So, but majority of the time you find those, golden nuggets in the old stuff. That you thought, I've never heard of this band. These guys are great. So yeah,
So that's your very favourite thing to do on your own.
yeah.
Well, what a nice way to end
Yeah. On a TED
that.
talk.
And I like TED Talk, and I like that I called it 5D because that was a bit deeper for us.
That got really deep. Yeah.
anybody's
How long
been
has this app's gone
listening,
for 3 hours?
We don't normally often go.
I know. That was nice one, Mandie.
But we like that, Paul, and I think maybe the more we go down this, we keep doing this podcast, we'll probably end up getting a bit more deep. We wanted to say we're going to be just dickheads and lighthearted the whole time, and I'm not saying that that we're going to get super deep, but I just mean
No.
it's natural. You and
Yeah.
I talk like this to each other, so why wouldn't we do it here as well sometimes?
Agreed.
Like maybe we could talk about, but we've had a mental health journey, both of us,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we could go there one day,
Okay.
because that's something that most people have in common
Yeah.
that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, more people are talking about way more than
And just our
than
own
we were
personal
young.
experiences, by the way. It's
Absolutely.
not, nothing we're saying is,
This is all personal.
yes, it's not, we're not,
We're not experts on anything.
nothing. Let's make that crystal
really
clear.
You know what we are experts in? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. And don't claim to be aliens.
Not even
I'm pretty
aliens.
good with aliens. And I'm all right drawer. I can draw.
I don't claim to be an expert in anything.
No, I don't. Same.
Sitting in a letterbox waiting for a letter.
So thanks, Mandie.
Don't
Great
forget,
app.
everyone, sitting in a
yes,
letterbox
yes.
waiting for a letter.
Yes.
We're waiting for the next line of the song.
Next
So
line of the song, please.
if you can think of one, if you're a lyricist on any
Lyricist.
level, and even if you're not, look, my eyes have closed again.
Yeah,
I'm going
she's
into a
gone
deep
again.
place.
Where is she?
Please, will you write the next line of the song? Sitting in a letterbox waiting for a letter. Go.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Please
everyone,
subscribe as well.
Please
We'd
subscribe.
love that.
Bye. 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 Bye.